The child they feared became the one who saved them. In a small quiet village, the night was dark and heavy when a baby girl came into the world. But as soon as the midwife saw her, she gasped in fear. The baby's skin was lighter than anyone had ever seen, and her eyes shimmered with a strange golden glow. "She is not normal," the villagers whispered among themselves. "This is an evil child, a curse from the gods." By sunrise, the decision was made. The baby, along with her parents, would be banished from the land. They left their home behind and built a small hut deep in the forest, far from everyone. They named her Nora. Every day, her mother whispered words of comfort and love. "My child, you are not a curse. You are a blessing. One day, the world will know." But Nora grew up lonely, always watching other children play from a distance. Whenever she tried to come near the village, the children threw stones at her. "Go away, evil child," they shouted. Her heart ached deeply, but Nora never answered back. She only turned away quietly, wiping her tears, wondering why she was different. Years passed. Then one season, a terrible drought struck the village. The river dried up, the crops withered, and the people began to starve. The villagers prayed desperately to the gods for mercy. One night, the chief priest came out shaking, his eyes wide with fear. "The gods have spoken," he said. "They said, only the child we cast out long ago can bring back the rain." The villagers gasped in disbelief. "That evil child? Impossible," they cried. But hunger silenced their pride. Their stomachs were empty, their children weak and crying. At last, the villagers gathered and walked into the forest to find Nora. When they reached her family's hut, Nora's father came out holding a machete. "Leave," he shouted angrily. "Years ago, you threw us away like animals, and now you want our help?" The villagers fell to their knees, weeping and trembling. "We were wrong," the chief said softly. "We have sinned against you and your daughter. Please forgive us. We will do anything for her forgiveness." Nora's mother stepped forward and looked at her daughter. Her voice was calm but filled with pain. "My child, the hurt they caused us was great. But this is your choice." Nora stood silently for a long moment, looking at the desperate faces before her. Finally, she nodded slowly. She walked out toward the dry riverbed, knelt on the cracked earth, and began to pray. The sky darkened. Thunder rumbled in the distance. Then, suddenly, rain poured from the heavens, soaking the land once more. The villagers cried and danced in the rain. They lifted their faces to the sky and shouted with joy. The river filled again, the crops drank deeply, and the air smelled of life. From that day on, they no longer called her cursed. They called her Nora the Blessed, the girl who saved the land. Because sometimes, the ones we reject are the very ones chosen to save us.